Hey Pisces, I'm tuning in for a reading today. Let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for you today. Holy Spirit, channel through the messages that Pisces needs to hear most at this time. What are your messages for Pisces, and what does Pisces need to know at this time? Clean energy food. When you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Oh, so you actually have three. I thought it was just two. Organize for success. Don't let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace will help you know and plan your next action steps. So some of you may be led to clean up your diet or to change your diet or to start organizing or cleaning or clearing out space. There's something here that you're being prepared for is what I'm getting. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, and think and speak of abundance as something that is already present in the moment. And that is what you will experience. And with organized for success, I'm getting the energy here of preparation. You're being guided to prepare, to get in the mindset, to stay ready, to be ready. Holy Spirit, what are your messages for Pisces? And what does Pisces need to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? Here we have the Empress in the reverse, but this represents abundance, the feminine. It is the most abundant card in the deck, but in the reverse, there's something here about healing your temple. Whether you need to do more physical things to nourish your body, whether it's your diet, whether it's your schedule, your routine, what it is that you're consuming, what you're watching, what you're listening to. Because the Empress being in the reverse, what I'm getting here is there's a need to focus more on your feminine energy to get it into alignment. Why is the Empress in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Why is the Empress in the reverse? What is this about? Seven of Swords in the reverse. The Star in the upright. The Nine of Swords in the upright. The Chariot. And the Moon. So you have a lot of major arcana. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Empress. What I'm getting with the Seven of Swords in the reverse is that there may be some kind of self-deception or some kind of imposter syndrome. It's aligned with a manifestation or a dream, but the Nine of Swords are some kind of overthinking or anxiety here. The Chariot is taking the action, heading in the right direction, but with the Moon, you may not know exactly what that direction entails. You may not know exactly what comes with it. And the Moon talks about depth. It also talks about the subconscious, but most importantly, it is the unknown. It's things that have not been revealed yet. So the Empress in the reverse, there is a need to pour into yourself to nourish your physical temple, to do things that make you feel abundant, that make you feel worthy, that make you feel beautiful. Okay, that is feminine energy. And the Empress is also card number 3 that talks about the Holy Trinity. And that refers to divine alignment, mind, body, and spirit, or mind, body, and soul. Because if you're doing something that your soul is aligned with, but your mind and your body are not, you're still going to have some kind of resistance with the process. So the Seven of Swords, you're being prepared for the next level. And whatever this next level is for you, you may be questioning if you have what it takes, if you're going to be able to figure it out. And with the Star, it is connected to a manifestation or a dream. But it's bringing some kind of anxiety, overthinking. As you can see here, the dark birds represent negative thoughts, and the white bird is the only positive thought. So there's more negative thoughts than positive thoughts. The Spirit is saying this is just in your mind. This is not the reality of the situation. And as you can see in this card, there's a bed frame and there's also a pillow. So for some of you, you may have questions or doubts or something here is keeping you up at night, or some of you may feel a little bit restless. I don't know if this is pertaining to the same thing, because the Chariot talks about you embarking on a journey, knowing exactly what it is that you want, knowing what it's going to take, and knowing that you're on the right path. And this is moving without hesitating, without pausing, without doubting, not just hitting the gas and then hitting the brake. It's not a start-stop kind of energy. This talks about momentum. In order to get momentum, you have to stay in movement in the right direction, because if you pause, if you hesitate, if you stop, you lose the momentum. So the Chariot is a very headstrong card, and it's also card number 7. So the Seven of Swords is 7. The Chariot is also number 7. But you don't realize that you have a lot of support around you. Again, the moon doesn't let you see clearly because it is the unknown. You haven't experienced this before. You haven't been here yet. So there's a overthinking about the future or about the things that you can't see. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know for who this reading is for. It may not resonate for all of you. But if you feel like you are moving into this next step and you're wondering what it entails, what comes with it, Spirit is saying you do have what it takes, but you may be doubting yourself. And that doubt is creating some kind of resistance where you're going, then you're stopping, or there's some kind of resistance here because this is momentum. This is starting and not stopping. This is just moving in one specific direction. Organize for success. Some of you are waiting for answers to be revealed. There's something here about patience, but patience is not necessarily waiting. Okay, so I don't know for who that message is for. It's doing the work so that you're ready for when it does come. And whatever this next level is for you, Spirit is saying that it's not something that you've done before, so it's normal to have imposter syndrome. As you do, you become it, okay? But there's always a beginning. Maybe some of you are learning a new skill. Maybe some of you are learning a new industry. Maybe you're starting a new hobby. Maybe there's a new project, a new work offer, a new contract, whatever this is. Spirit is saying that as you do this, you grow into the identity because you haven't been here before. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, I'm getting something new. I don't know for who this is. With the Chariot coming right after the Nine of Swords, whatever this overthinking is, whatever this anxiety is, once you overcome this Nine of Swords, there is no more resistance, there is no more speed bumps, there is no more stopping. You're just moving in one direction, and that momentum is taking you all the way. Again, you don't know exactly what it looks like, you don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you don't need to, okay? You have the power of your intuition to guide you. For some of you in the past, when you did take risks, you may have attained the things that you wanted, but maybe it didn't feel the way that you thought it would. And so maybe you doubted the guidance that even got you there. It didn't fulfill you the way that you thought. So now you're questioning whether this is the right path or whether you should even make this decision. Okay, but it is connected to the star. This is some kind of a manifestation, a dream. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about the Seven of Swords in the reverse? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, yes, there's some kind of self-doubt here because the Queen of Wands in the upright, this is confidence, this is being unapologetic, this is doing your thing, this is master manifesting. There's a lot of power, a lot of creativity, but in the reverse, there's some kind of doubt here that is either putting your fire out or is watering you down. For some of you, this may be connected to other people, so only take that if it resonates. You may have experienced that you stepping into your power created situations of jealousy or people being triggered. It may have been at a level where it caused more chaos, it caused more drama. It's either you are going through this internal struggle or you are seeing how you stepping into your power creates a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, and a lot of triggeredness. Noticing that when you are in your power, it does trigger a lot of people. It does create a lot of jealousy and envy in others. And that leads to deceptive behavior or people trying to humble you. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. There's something here about outgrowing a paradigm where now there is a feeling here of indifference, or you outgrew something to where it's not fun, it's not interesting, it's not teaching you anything new. The Four of Cups is a card of boredom, of apathy, of being unimpressed. But in the reverse, there's something here about appreciating the little things, remembering what brings joy into your life, but it's also a sign here that you've outgrown something. And the reason why there's a new level, the reason why there's new opportunities coming in is because of your expansion. So something here no longer fits with the Four of Cups in the reverse. Focusing on the negative, pessimism, a time to practice gratitude, a gentle nudge to stop complaining. So I'm getting two messages here. For some of you, you are around people that are negative, that constantly complain, that it doesn't matter how many beautiful things happen, how many blessings there is, they always find that little negative thing to criticize or that little negative thing to focus on. So some of you, you want to get away from negative people. And I don't know if you are in a contract. I don't know if this is a community, a family. I don't know if this is like a friendship. I don't know who these people may be, but some of you are around negative people that all they do is complain. There's a level here of boredom or apathy, like they're not pursuing dreams, they're not growing, they're not exploring. And for others of you, it may be a sign that you've outgrown an environment and it's not giving you anything new, it's not teaching you anything. And at this point, you're being called to really expand and step into your power. So yeah, it's like a two-sided message. It's either jealousy and envy from others because you step into your power and it creates a lot of drama. You notice it, Pisces. You notice the energies, and you've seen how in the past it's affected you. I don't know how to explain or articulate this energy, but let's say that you are in college and that there's a subject that you really love and that you're very invested into, that you're very knowledgeable of. And let's say that the professor doesn't like that. And because of that jealousy, because of that envy, they cause more problems. They try to hold you back or they try to humble you because they feel triggered by your intelligence and your level of interest. Okay, they may see you as competition. So that's one example of this energy, to where you stepping in your power, you really being unapologetic, causes jealousy and triggers within other people that then try to get in the way, that then try to humble or try to put you down in some way. Yeah, but on the flip side, it can also be that you're not really fully stepping into your power because of some kind of imposter syndrome. So Four of Cups, this is either negative people around you that are complaining and it's draining the energy, or this is you outgrowing an environment to where it is bringing some kind of boredom or apathy because it's no longer in resonance. If you're finding yourself bored, unsatisfied, or frustrated with your current situation, know that you're likely missing the vibrant landscapes that are present just beyond the peripheral vision. Often, we become so focused on our own internal perspectives that our feelings about a situation can prevent us from noticing the arrival of extraordinary opportunities and remarkable things. If you remain open to shifting ever so slightly, in order to see your situation in a fantastic new light, you will learn that the present moment is filled with the most dynamic magic. Instead of focusing on what you don't have right, focus on what you do. Even better, spend energy focusing your thoughts on the experiences that you will create in the future. Taking time to meditate and slow your mind will show you that life is better than it seems. It's up to you to shift into the abundance available to you right now. Your affirmation is, I see the fullness and richness in my life. So that message, I just keep getting two sides. Is either other people around you are negative, they're complaining, it's draining your energy, you don't want to be around that negativity, or this is you focusing on the things that are not working out. Okay, the star is the next card, so this is a very good sign that a wish, a hope, a manifestation is leading you higher. There's something here that you're bringing into alignment. As you can see, this is ethereal, this is physical. It's like you're grounding some kind of idea or dream, you're bringing it down to reality. You are anchoring in this energy. This is the 5D, this is the 3D. You're making a manifestation happen, but there's a lot of overthinking about this. I just heard the power of letting go. When you detach from something, it doesn't mean that you don't want it, it just means that you remove the pressure of how badly you want it or when you expect it to come. And when you release that pressure, things tend to align without any interruptions, because resistance or friction is created by having an opposite belief. Again, wanting something but believing something opposite, it kind of cancels out. So that Nine of Swords, whatever overwhelm, whatever kind of restless energy, you're going to be able to channel that with the Chariot. Okay, this is why it's not necessarily taking things at face value. Yes, there's a Seven of Swords, but there's also a star. Yes, there's the Nine of Swords, but there's also the Chariot. So that is a good sign that you are transmuting this energy to work in your favor. Okay, this is all a part of the process. Holy Spirit, clarify the Chariot for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about the Chariot? Okay, I'm not getting any cards yet, so I'm going to move on to the star before we get to the Chariot, because what I'm getting here is until you release this resistance or this friction, there's a lot of mental noise. For some of you, there's a need to clear out distractions, 1919 on the clock. Yeah, clear out distractions and ground into your body. Whether you have to do more physical things, working out, taking a walk, doing something with your hands, planting, gardening, walking barefoot, there's something here about grounding your energy from your mind, from your head into your body. This is Swords, so this is the mental state. This is the mental space, thoughts, overthinking, realizations. This is a lot of mental energy that can create a lot of momentum in a negative direction. Yeah, I'm getting here that whatever this Nine of Swords is, you're going to be able to transmute it, okay? You're using this energy to channel it into your momentum. Clarify the Nine of Swords for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about this Nine of Swords? Okay, this is some really good news. We have the Sun, and this is a major arcana. This is the happiest card in the tarot deck, and it's a very good sign of success, and it's a big yes card. Whatever this Nine of Swords energy is actually going to serve you. It's not something that you have to be upset about. It's not something that you have to be angry, because energy cannot be destroyed, but it can be transmuted. So if you have all this energy that is spiraling, as long as you channel it in the right direction, it's going to be fuel for your journey. So the Sun is a very good sign that there is a major breakthrough coming in. So 9 and 19, and we just had 1919 on the clock. That may be an angel number for some of you. The Queen of Swords, you're about to receive clarity. Two of Wands. Okay, we have a lot of cards here. Two of Wands. Clarity about releasing the comfort zone. Something that feels comfortable, something that feels cozy, but you've outgrown this stage. Two of Wands in the reverse. It's time to take action on something. The Queen of Pentacles is going to lead to a lot of physical abundance, whether this is opportunities, contracts, resources, whatever this is. This talks about multiple streams of income. This talks about groundedness, prosperity. And the Queen of Pentacles is self-made. So whatever this comfort zone is, as you make this decision, you step into the Queen of Pentacles energy. Something here has been ready for you. It's not like you're waiting for something to happen. It's almost like spirit or the universe is now waiting on you. It's your decision, whether you want to take a leap of faith, whether you want to move in this direction. It is your free will. You're not being forced into anything. Two of Cups in the reverse. So as you align with something, you're going to fall out of alignment with something else. As one path clears for you, the other one is almost like with this Four of Cups, because you outgrew something, you accepting something new is going to create some kind of separation here, because the Two of Cups in the upright is a union. It's coming together. In the reverse, it's a separation. Maybe there's something here that you're not ready to let go of. I don't know what this is. This can be an investment. This can be a business idea. This can be a hobby. This can be a job. This can be a relationship. It can be many different things. So apply this to your situation. The Two of Cups in the upright, union. In the reverse, a separation. Or something being out of alignment. So as you fall into alignment with something new, something else falls out of alignment. And maybe that's why the overthinking is here. Maybe you're realizing that something has to be released or something has to be let go of in order to use that energy and channel it in the right direction, okay? This is the energy of momentum. It's not a start-stop, it's not a speed bumps kind of energy, it's momentum. It's doing the right thing constantly so that you're building on that. Because if you stop, you have to build from the bottom again. Okay, so the Moon in the upright. Whatever answers, whatever solutions, if you're trying to make sense of the bigger picture, that happens as you take the actions. That happens as you're in the journey, not before. Because most people have a vision, most people have a plan, and then they go in that direction. But here, it's talking about the unknown. It's like you may know what you want and you may know why you want it, but the path itself hasn't been revealed. Or maybe it has for some of you. Holy Spirit, why is the Two of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? What is this about? Why is the Two of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? Why is the Two of Cups? Empress in the reverse for Pisces. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I'm being guided to take them. We have the Devil, the Tower, the Eight of Cups in the reverse, the World in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Magician. That's a lot of cards. I usually don't take as many to clarify. You have almost all the major arcanas on your spread. You have the Sun, the Star, the Moon, the Chariot, the Empress, the Magician, the World, the Tower, and the Devil. That's insane, Pisces. We usually don't get this many major arcanas. So whatever this is, it's a major manifestation, and this is why something here is falling out of alignment. Because it's holding you back, whether it's a comfort zone, whether it's a specific project or contract, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a community that no longer resonates. Whatever this is, it may feel like being trapped or being tied to something. This may be a trauma bond. This may be some kind of energy that is difficult to clear. Okay, this can talk about addictions, overindulgence, overworking, anything that you do in excess, anything that you overindulge in. It almost keeps you trapped, because the Devil energy, a lot of people engage in these activities because they want to escape, they want relief. But this energy can offer you all the things that you can get addicted to, from overeating to binging to other addictions to overworking. Whatever this is, the Devil energy can feel like entrapment. And the Tower is the realization or the breakthrough that shakes things up and that causes some kind of a breakthrough or a breakdown. Okay, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Some of you Pisces are afraid that if you let something go, you're going to regret it later, or that you fear the grief or the loss of this thing. Okay, the World in the reverse. There's a cycle here that is not fully closed out. Maybe you haven't tied all loose ends, or maybe there's something left for you to say or do. Okay, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a new way of going about things, because the Magician energy is all about manifestation. It's all about using your experiences, your gifts, your abilities, and using all of this energy to manifest what it is that you want. Okay, you have the skills, you have the abilities, you have the resources and the opportunities, but the Eight of Pentacles is how you go about it, the practical steps to get there, and it's in the reverse. So you've outgrown something that is physical or practical that is now requiring some kind of recreation with the Magician. This could be different things. This could be different dynamics in friendships and relationships. This could be a new hobby, a new career, a new way of going about things, a new routine, a new schedule. But the Magician is card number 1. This is where things start. They start energetically first before they manifest into the physical reality. Vices, the grip of addiction, a need for liberation, healthy versus unhealthy. Materialism, the healing found in darkness, delving into your shadow self, being trapped by your own stories, manipulation, lying to yourself, temptation. The Devil reaches out his hand, granting a release from the mundane, with promises of earthly and material pleasures. While sometimes this release is healthy and necessary, he hides the fact that he offers everything you can become addicted to, from alcohol, drugs, work, to more nuanced addictions like codependent relationships or how others make you feel. Anything that can entrap you or overtake your life can be harmful in excess. The Devil is a nudge to delve into your own shadows. He will bring you there. Then it's up to you to either fully fall into darkness or work on healing your own relationship with your beautiful heart. Illuminate the things that are vying for your time, your energy, and your love that leave you feeling empty. So think about binge watching something. How does it make you feel afterwards? Think about scrolling for a while. How does it make you feel afterwards? Think about binge eating. How do you feel after? So that's Devil energy. Remember that addictions don't necessarily look scary and demonic until they do. Seek liberation from the bindings that are keeping you trapped and untether yourself. In darkness, look to the fragmented aspects of self as a source of light. The affirmation is, in the darkness, I am free to heal everything. So yeah, Devil energy is a little bit tricky, because even going to the gym in excess to escape feelings or emotions, that can be an addiction. Or scrolling, again, it's not giving you anything of value. It may leave you feeling empty. So this is why this person has all these ties. It's like, who's in control here? So some of you may have people around you that have addictions or have this negative energy, And Spirit is saying, Pisces, stay away so that you don't get pulled into this energy, because negativity is contagious. And others of you, there may be some habits or beliefs or activities that you're being guided to release so that they don't entrap you, so that they don't create some kind of addiction or dopamine rush, okay? Because it leaves you feeling empty afterwards. That's what the devil energy represents. In the reverse is breaking free. So the tower right next to the devil is actually a really good sign, because this is either a breakthrough, a realization, some kind of a shakeup or a change that clears out this energy. So for some of you, this may be toxic people or toxic relationships being cleared out of your life. For others of you, this may be new habits, new routines. You're being guided to let go of this devil energy, whether it's other people around you that are bringing this negativity, or whether it's certain habits that bring in this energy. Why is the world in the reverse, Holy Spirit? This is the reason why this cycle hasn't closed out, because there's some kind of unfinished business here. Why is the world in the reverse? What is this unfinished business? What is this unfinished business? Temperance in the reverse, it's a lack of balance, either being too much on one side or too much on the other, being too spiritual or being too materialistic. Temperance in the reverse, clashing interests, oil and water, extremes, disharmony, a need to practice moderation in some aspects of your life, severity, polarity, and impatience. Where are you focusing your precious energy right now? Maybe you've been overdoing it in your social life, or binging on television, drinks, or food, or overspending. Focusing on a relationship that is depleting more energy than it is replenishing, being wholly materialistic versus wholly spiritual. We live in a world of extreme passions and heated hustle. So slowing down the desire for excess in any one area of your life may be harder than you think. Don't do drastic right now. Stay away from all or nothing choices. Clearing your energy of extremes will foster a dynamic, nourishing flow that is aligned with your perfect alchemical purpose. Seek equilibrium and be mindful of your resources while fussing all the elements to achieve a beautiful balance. I walk the middle path and I nourish my spiritual wholeness. Almost every single card on the table here is a major or power and temperance in the reverse. There's a need here for balance, and I don't know what this is. Maybe you're around people that don't have any moderation, that don't have a sense of balance, that may be attached to a lot of toxicity or negativity. Maybe this is other people that you're being guided to release, or maybe this is some habits that you're being guided to release. Whatever this is, the world in the reverse is saying that you need to tie up all loose ends so that the cycle can fully close. Tell me more. What is the world in the reverse for Pisces? What do you want Pisces to know about the world in the reverse? Five of Pentacles. Some of you overgave, or you were helping a lot of people, may have drained your energy. Maybe there was people here that asked for your energy, for your attention, but they weren't really wanting to change. They just wanted to be validated. Again, as you can see here, this person has the key to open the door, but because they're feeling defeated, because you're looking down, they can't see the key to open that door. Maybe they tried to open the door, but they didn't notice the key. So some of you have people around you that don't necessarily want to be helped. They may act like they want to be helped. They may ask you for help, but they just want to be validated and acknowledged. They're not really trying to change. So Spirit is saying, reserve your energy for self, because this is self-defeating. Hey, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. So some of you have to let go of people that are either holding you back or are not wanting to be helped. Maybe you are worried or concerned of leaving somebody behind. Okay, this may be only a message for some of you, because the world in the reverse is a cycle needs to close. Something here has come to an end, but there's some kind of unfinished business or a need to clean things up and tie up all loose ends. So either you're concerned about someone else, or someone here doesn't want to be helped. Spirit is saying, Pisces, it's time to clean things up and tie up all loose ends so that this cycle fully closes. The world in the reverse. A need for closure, a need to follow through, staying focused in order to complete an unfinished task. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the world in the reverse for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know? What do you want Pisces to know, Holy Spirit? Three of Cups. There's new support and new friendships, new connections awaiting you in this new cycle. So whatever is holding you back, Whether you're concerned about someone else, whether someone else is asking you for help or someone can't let you go, whatever this Five of Pentacles energy is, they have the key to open that door. Okay, is what I'm getting here. It's one thing to enable someone, and it's a whole other thing to empower someone. In the Three of Cups, you have a new chapter awaiting you here, and the Three of Cups is in the upright. This is an energy here of celebration. It's an energy of soulmates, friendship, family, community, and it's very harmonious. So you have bigger and better things waiting for. So there's a need here to tie up all loose ends and finally close a cycle. There's a lot of good things waiting for you in this new cycle. Friendships, abundance, cooperation, community, closeness with siblings, joy, communication, celebration, and soul contracts. The paths you run with and the kindred connections you forge are not always defined by blood, yet they are your living and breathing support system. Deep friendships are family we choose, and these sacred connections are to be cherished and nurtured. In the best and worst of times, your companions serve as mirrors, allowing you to see who you really are through their eyes. Who do you need to reach out to for support? Call in your besties and enjoy the warm laughter that comes from a powerful soul group. Your mutually loving and beneficial bond carries vibrational attractions that are often ancient, and any setbacks arising from miscommunication or disharmony with others may be old wounds or patterns that are resurfacing to be healed. If an important connection has gone away, it may be time to make amends. If you need to commit more energy to cultivating friendships, trust your heart to lead you. The affirmation is, I connect into this sacred siblinghood and into this expansive experience of witnessing through time. So you have a lot of good things waiting for you in this new cycle, but some of you, either someone is holding on to you or you're concerned about someone else. Okay, I don't know why this Five of Pentacles is here. Let's go ahead and clarify. What is this Five of Pentacles for Pisces? What is this about, Holy Spirit? What is this Five of Pentacles for Pisces? I'm hearing leaving someone behind. Some of you may not want to leave someone behind, or someone thinks that you're leaving them behind. Okay, apply it to your situation. What is this Five of Pentacles? What do you want Pisces to know, Holy Spirit? King of Wands, it's time to really tap into your power, tap into your passion. The King of Wands is also the card of the entrepreneur, is the card of the businessman, businesswoman, is the card of having ultra successful ideas, but initiating, taking action. As you can see here, there's a lion. That represents courage. Some of you may have a project, an investment, an idea, some kind of a plan. The Spirit is saying it's going to require action. It's time to take action towards this dream or towards this purpose, because Ten of Cups is going to lead you to emotional fulfillment. This is the happily ever after. This talks about being in alignment with the things that fulfill you, the things that bring you happiness and joy. So King of Wands is going to require action. This can also represent victim mindset, okay, or feeling defeated. So whether this is another person that you're trying to help or whether this is your own mindset, okay, King of Wands energy is how you overcome that energy. In order to counteract this Five of Pentacles energy, is calling upon you to step into your King of Wands energy. Fire, passion, confidence, success. And what I'm getting with the Nine of Swords is some of you have a proven track record. You've achieved a lot. You have a lot of success that you can reference to, but this is the mindset. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is the mindset. The Nine of Swords is the mindset. The Spirit is saying that focusing on the negative is only expanding that energy. Whereas there can be a lot of good things that are happening, but focusing on that one little negative thing can ruin your mood or your day. So King of Wands. I'm hearing the word headstrong. I also heard that with the Chariot. Once you know, don't stop. Once you know that something is right, don't stop. Because that start-stop energy is hesitation, self-doubt. Yeah, you can't catch momentum. If you hit the gas, then you hit the brake. Momentum only happens when you keep going. You have emotional fulfillment waiting for you, the Three of Cups waiting for you, and it happens as you step into this King of Wands energy. So again, this reading may not resonate for all of you, but this King of Wands energy is some kind of business or entrepreneur idea, a new investment, a new hobby, a new project. Maybe a new passion project for some of the Spirit. What does Pisces need to know about this King of Wands energy? And there's another thing that I noticed here as I look at this card. As you can see, there's two animals in this picture. I'm not sure if the camera is focusing, but there's a lizard. Okay, the lizard represents the lizard brain, your survival mode, whereas the lion represents courage. So if there is a new project or a new idea, are you going to trust or be guided by survival mode? Because survival mode is only trying to keep you alive and safe. Whereas the lion is the courage to take action, even when you don't know what's going to happen next. So this is survival mode, the lizard, and this is having courage and taking action in order to move forward. So whatever this King of Wands energy is for you, whether it's a new idea, a new project, a new investment, a new contract, you're being guided to initiate, you're being guided to take the next step and to not stop. Okay, so clarifying the King of Wands, we have the King of Cups and the Three of Swords. So we have two masculine energy cards, and I actually had this combination in the last reading. So Three of Swords. There's some kind of fear of disappointment, or there's still some pain about a past disappointment or a past heartbreak, because the Three of Swords is a very painful card. As you can see here, she's yelling in pain, and that heart is broken. It doesn't matter how many times she tries to stitch it, it's broken. So some of you may have had a plan or a project not work out in the past, and maybe there's still pain about that, or maybe there is a fear of having that kind of pain or a disappointment. And the King of Cups is saying, Pisces, you don't have to focus on the disappointment or the heartbreak. All you have to do is regulate your own emotions, is master your own emotions. Yeah, as you can see here, the king has already been crowned. He's attained some kind of emotional mastery and emotional intelligence. So taking action and regulating your emotions. But more than regulating, I'm getting mastering your emotions, because regulating is controlling. And mastering is using your emotions to fuel the things that you want, is actually taking it a step further so that you can use them to work in your favor. Because some emotions will get you in the right mindset to take the right action, and other emotions will make you feel defeated, will make you feel some kind of pain or disappointment with the Three of Swords. So using your emotions to your advantage. If it's pain that you feel, well, use it for your journey, use it as fuel. If it's a fear of a disappointment or a heartbreak or some kind of letdown, it's using that as information to guide your steps. But the King of Cups is mastering your emotions and using those emotions to fuel your journey. Okay, so this is action and this is your emotions. So Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here, Holy Spirit? Please clarify. What does Pisces need to know about the Three of Swords? What does Pisces need to know? The Three of Swords. Nine of Cups. Something that you think might be a disappointment or a heartbreak or some kind of disillusionment is actually a wish fulfillment. Maybe a past failure has led you to a major win. Okay, because the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. And this is a very beautiful card because it's not an if, it's a number 9 is a card of conclusion. So some of you are one step away from a major manifestation, and it's right here. 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. This is a major manifestation, a wish being fulfilled. Some of you in the past, you attained the things that you wanted, but it wasn't fulfilling, or it didn't feel the way that you wanted it to feel. And Spirit is saying this time around, 9 of Cups to 10 of Cups, this is going to bring some kind of emotional fulfillment and happiness because you're doing things the right way, even if sometimes you're doubting. 9 of Swords. It's a lot of negative thoughts compared to the one positive thought. Yeah, do not let your mind overthink. Take action so that you don't overthink. King of Wands. And then master your emotions so that you can channel the negative emotions and transmute them or use them to fuel your journey. So yeah, the King of Cups is in the upright. So this is a very good sign. You've attained a level of emotional mastery and you're ready to take action. King of Wands, an entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful, a creative visionary, timelessness, success, fire. This fiery guy, he's charismatic and a natural born leader whose vitality emanates through his laughter and his obsession with a life well lived. As you dance into this energy, you may feel a surge of entrepreneurial passion that pushes you to the edges of your epic success. The card of modules, masterpieces, and soul inspiration, the King of Wands calls you to unleash that offbeat weirdo you've got inside and be absolutely unapologetic in your pursuit of the stellar. Ground your vision through the wildly noble expression of big ideas. And if you find yourself getting tripped up by the minute of every day, recruit help and map out the bigger picture. Holler passionately, invite others to see what you see. The shadow side of this energy is that you may not perceive your own blind spots because of an overzealous ambition. Keep arrogance and unrealistic expectations at bay, and work out the kinks before charging ahead with your intensely vibrant heart. The affirmation is passionate and heart-fueled. We build this empire of light together. It's time to take action here and having the courage to take something on. So, King of Cups. You have emotional mastery. This is showing up in the upright. So this is a very good thing. You've been crowned, you've graduated, and you don't only have emotional intelligence, you have emotional mastery. For some of you, you've achieved emotional maturity. So one level is emotional intelligence, being aware, knowing why things are happening. The second is having emotional mastery, knowing what to do with those emotions and how to use them to your favor. And then number 3 is emotional maturity. Because if you have emotional intelligence but not emotional maturity, you're going to know why something's happening, but you're still going to do it. Or you're going to find yourself in repetitive cycles because you have the awareness, but the maturity is actually applying it. So the King of Cups in the upright is a very good sign that you've attained some level of mastery here. There's a need to trust yourself more. Again, this is a completely new level. So I don't know what this is for you, but Spirit is saying that you got what it takes. So going back to the very first tarot card is the Empress in the reverse. I have to cover it because there is some nudity in that card. In the reverse, it represents emotional overwhelm, shutting down, the need for self-care, disharmony, negligence, being materialistic, being overprotective of your creations, being overly dependent on others. So there's something here about nourishing your physical temple. Maybe some of you overwork. This is some kind of a cheat code. The more that you do for yourself, the more that you raise your vibration, you're going to realize that things align for you. And it's not going to be an uphill battle. It's not going to be hard. You're not going to experience all this resistance because the Empress is a card of receiving, of attracting. Maybe to treat yourself to a spa day, or to go get a massage, or to pour into yourself, or to whatever this is, whatever Empress energy means for you, whatever it takes to nourish yourself or pour into yourself. Maybe it's a beauty treatment. Maybe it's working on your body. Maybe it's buying yourself that outfit. Whatever this Empress energy is, it is a cheat code because the more that you pour into yourself, the more you're going to focus your energy on the positive things. The more you're going to feel like your cup is full, and therefore the resistance outside of you is going to clear, making it easier for you to attract the things that you want. So focusing on healing your feminine energy, doesn't matter what you identify as, everybody has feminine energy, is going to make things easier for you. Okay, because this is showing up in the reverse. So there is a need for alignment in this area of your life. You are entering a time of profound healing and blessings. And if you're feeling any lack of inspiration or possibilities, seek to heal your physical temple and to nourish your soul by embodying her shining creative essence. Continue to move calmly and gracefully in the direction of that which whispers yes. This card often affirms that you are on the right track, so keep growing, beautiful seer. Work with the nature of your situation instead of against it. The affirmation is, I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. So if some of you are feeling a little bit drained or depleted, it is time to pour into yourself. Okay, taking a vacation, taking time to yourself, doing the things that uplift you, it is not a luxury, it is a requirement, it is a necessity. Because if not, it makes everything else harder. Because you're not feeling the reward, you're not treating yourself, you're not pouring into yourself. If you're giving so much, how do you replenish? Okay, that's why the Empress energy is coming in. So there is a need to heal the feminine energy or pour into the feminine because both of these are masculine. In order to take action, in order to master your emotions, you can't do that with an empty cup. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What does Pisces need to know about this Empress in the reverse? Give me one more card. Okay, that's too many. I'm going to put them back. What do you want Pisces to know about this Empress in the reverse? Give me one more card, Holy Spirit. Okay, that's 2 cards. 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, this may resonate, but there's some kind of self-imposed prison with the 8 of Swords. As you can see here, She perceives herself to be all tied up and blindfolded, but in reality, she's not. But if you have that perception, there's a saying, if you think that you can, you will. If you think that you can't, you won't. Either way, it's true. So there's some kind of self-imposed prison or some kind of self-imposed entrapment with this Eight of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is a painful ending. Some of you are healing from the past or something that happened in the past. And this is affecting the Empress, okay? Because there's some kind of pain here. Three of Swords, Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords. It's not about avoiding the pain. It's not about distracting yourself from the pain. It's about focusing on all the good things, all the positive things. It's not denying that it happened. It's just refocusing your attention on the things that uplift you and fulfill you. Feeling stuck, a need to open your eyes to unveil the truth, having more options than you thought, an opportunity to let go of an old story. This is a gentle reminder that you create your reality. Look beyond the veil of illusion that your current limitations are projecting. If you are feeling trapped with no path forward, remember that this too is a perspective that can be lifted. When you choose sovereignty over victimhood, you become the fierce wielder of choice. You can free yourself from your shackles and shift your outcome dramatically by accepting that you are the one person who is responsible for your happiness. Create infinite portals of possibility by becoming the solution. We are never really stuck. Nurture your soul and spend the time you need to transmute any feelings of helplessness. Okay, so this goes back to the Five of Pentacles. For some of you, there is a feeling here of helplessness with the Eight of Swords and Five of Pentacles. And maybe you don't want this person to feel left behind or like you gave up on them. Okay, so either way, this can be you or this can be another person. The Spirit is saying that either way, you are meant to wrap up the cycle because there's beautiful things waiting for you. Okay, there's a new level opening up. Some of you shift very quickly. While we can't control every experience that is put on our path, we can definitely work on how we respond to each one. Let go of old stories and be vigilant of any wallowing, low-vibe thoughts that you may be holding onto. Reframe your experiences as lessons and choose to heal. I am free to choose my healing and my light. Nothing comes after the 10. It goes back to the 1, a new beginning. So some of you Pisces, whether this is a past betrayal, a painful ending, whether this is some kind of self-imposed prison, whether this is someone else that hasn't let you go or you haven't let go of this person, okay, maybe you were trying to help someone. Whatever this is, okay, it's going to be different things for different people. Spirit is saying that there is a bigger blessing already ready for you. And all you have to do is take action, King of Wands. First, pour into yourself. Replenish yourself to get this energy back into alignment. Second, King of Wands, take action. King of Cups, master and regulate your emotions. Okay, so there's a lot of cards on the table here, but whoever this message resonates for, Spirit is saying that you have a lot of blessings, a lot of options, a lot of opportunities around you. But this mindset, this Eight of Swords, may not allow you to see it for what it is. Because as you can see here with the Four of Cups, she's being offered a cup. And she's not really accepting it. She's looking the other way. And you can interpret this as two different things. She's already been offered cups and they ended up empty. It didn't really turn into anything. Or she can't see what's in front of her because it's literally right there. It's almost like she is focusing on something else. She's focusing on all the empty cups. She's not really focusing on what's being offered. You see this other hand? Someone is offering her a new opportunity, a new cup, and it's filled. Okay, it's not empty. These are empty. This is not. So either she doesn't want to accept it because she has a fear that it's going to end up empty like the rest of them, or she's not noticing the opportunities in front of her. Okay, so there's different interpretations with that card, but what I'm getting here overall, Pisces, is you're blessed. And there's a need to shift into an abundance mindset, to pour into yourself, to feed yourself, to nourish your body, okay, to organize for success, stay prepared, stay ready. Because Spirit is prepared to bless you, but it is your free will decision to close out a cycle. Whether it's certain habits that need to change, or whether it's people that need to be released, whether it's you taking action on something, only you're going to know what this message means for you. So the Chariot. I really want to get to this card because once you get started, you're not going to stop. This momentum is going to carry you all the way through. But first, you must overcome this Nine of Swords. Whether this is other people or other situations causing you stress, whether this is other people's negativity or whether this is your own negativity. I'm getting angel number 444. I don't know for who that is, but that number is coming up a lot. So we had 1919 and also 444. Some of you may see a lot of synchronicities. because that's spirit reassuring you, giving you some kind of signs that you're moving in the right direction. Yes, there's some kind of resistant energy here, but overall, you have the power. You can change the situation. That's why the Eight of Swords is here. This doesn't have to hold you back. It doesn't have to be hard for it to work. Things don't have to be hard. Things don't have to be painful. Three of Swords. You don't have to sacrifice, is what I'm getting here. Something's already available for you. It's already in your reality. It's already around you. But there may be some kind of restlessness around whatever this is. Queen of Wands in the reverse, being afraid to take a risk, not being totally honest with yourself, an optimal time to build your self-confidence, and to let go of what other people think, waning passion. Maybe there's a project, an investment, a contract, or a job that you no longer resonate with. It doesn't fulfill you. It doesn't bring curiosity. It doesn't teach you anything new. It says waning passions. Don't be afraid to be the center of attention, and for God's sake, stop acting small in order to make those around you more comfortable. Make sure fiery bursts of productivity are accompanied by laughter and gratitude, connection, appreciation, and love. It's okay to hold shadow in all of this light. Don't push it down so deeply you can't find it again. Accept the parts of you that you don't openly share. The past failures that have held you back, they don't define you. So transmute that shadow, sit with it briefly, then light it on fire, because you don't need it anymore. The affirmation is, I fill my world with an intense light that connects and incites passions. It goes back to that example. I don't know how to describe or articulate this message. There is a book by Robert Greene, and it's called The Art of War. And there's a lesson in there to not outshine the master. So some of you have been in situations, whether this is school, college, work, communities, where your magnetism, where you shine in a way that may make other people jealous, to where it causes more drama. It causes people to want to create more trouble, or to maybe even limit certain opportunities. Okay, so I don't know how to explain this energy. Some of you in the past, shining your light actually created more chaos or created more drama, and may have sparked jealousy in other people to where it made things harder for you. So maybe being low-key and staying private helped you move with less resistance. But now Spirit is saying that this is not serving you. You are meant to step into your full power, and there's a way to go about this to where it doesn't affect you. Okay, because we have the King of Wands in the upright. So the Queen of Wands is in the reverse, feminine energy, but your masculine is in the upright. You already know how to take action. You already know what it is to be disciplined, to make things happen, to start things to manifest. But there's an aspect here of feeling safe, because feminine needs to feel safe to thrive. So this is your masculine creating the path, creating the structure so that your feminine feels safe to thrive and then come back into the upright. Because once you've built things with the masculine energy, then your feminine energy can thrive. But if your feminine doesn't feel safe, it's not going to expand. It's not going to really step into that power. Because again, going back to that lesson, don't outshine the master. Sometimes just being magnetic, just being a passionate person, just being attractive, or just being creative causes a lot of jealousy in others. But if your masculine is doing a good job of setting forth structures and creating that protective container, that's where your feminine can thrive, without people taking things, without people getting in the way or trying to take things away. So that's why I'm getting that message. Don't take things at face value, because there's a lot more at play here. Yeah, for some of you, being private, being low-key, really help you do the work without people getting in the way or being nosy or trying to take things away. The Spirit is saying, Pisces, now is the time to fully empower your masculine so that your feminine can thrive. Okay, because this is required, is what I'm getting here. For you to be a whole being, you have to be balanced in both your feminine and masculine energies. So, Nine of Swords. There's some kind of restless energy. Maybe it's restlessness to take an action, or maybe it's overthinking, thinking worst case scenario. And that honestly helps you be prepared so that you have a plan B or a plan C or a plan D. But sometimes you just have to focus on making it work. You just have to focus on the positives, not on everything that can go wrong. Yes, having a plan, but really channeling your attention in the right direction. Okay, are you going to be guided by the lizard part of your brain or by the courage? Because sometimes you're in a situation where the lizard part of your brain is protecting you, and other times it's holding you back. So that's where wisdom comes in. That's where discernment comes in. Only you will know if you are in a situation where you need to protect, or whether you need to take a courageous, bold step. Holy Spirit, clarify the Chariot for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about the Chariot? What do you want Pisces to know about the Chariot? Five of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Cups in the reverse, and the High Priestess in the upright. Okay, that's a very good sign. Okay, I can see exactly what's going on here. The Five of Swords is mind games, the Six of Cups is the past, and the High Priestess is your intuition. The thing that has been getting in the way of your momentum and you just blazing through has been some kind of external energy, whether this is past people or people playing mind games. High Priestess, your intuition is guiding you in the right direction and you're getting information and messages before something happens. So be aware of your dreams and what your dreams are communicating with you, because you are receiving downloads. That's what's been going on. This is external, okay? I'm going to be very honest. The Six of Cups and the Five of Swords, this is external energy. What's been getting in the way has been other people in this specific situation, okay? Five of Swords. Some kind of mind games or someone being petty. It's almost like someone went out of their way to try to slow you down or to try and get in your way. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify the Five of Swords energy. What do you want Pisces to know about this Five of Swords? What do you want Pisces to know about this Five of Swords? Four of Swords, you're being guided to heal and to integrate. The Three of Wands in the reverse, someone's intention was to get in the way and was to slow you down, because the Three of Wands in the upright means your ships are coming in, but in the reverse, it talks about delays. Someone's intention with their mind games or with whatever kind of shady behavior was to slow you down. So don't allow them to get their way, because that is their intention. Ten of Pentacles, because you have a major blessing. They see this blessing, they're aware of it, you see it too. And this is why they went out of their way to try to slow you down or cause trouble. But you have a Ten of Pentacles. Okay? Pentacles are material, physical. This talks about resources, money, contracts, taxes. This talks about the physical things. So this is a very abundant card. Someone sees this abundance and it's almost like out of jealousy, they try to slow something down or get in the way with some kind of deceptive behavior or mind games. Okay? What they did was very intentional. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't done from an unconscious place. It was very intentional. Okay, this is mind games. So someone was trying to slow you down by playing some kind of game here. Again, they went out of their way to do this. So don't let them win. If someone here is trying to cause delays, keep moving forward and don't stop. Who is this Five of Swords in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Who is this Five of Swords in the reverse? Seven of Cups. Someone that was playing games, emotional games is what I'm getting here. This can be someone that manipulates emotions, as you can see here. They create all this confusion represented by the fog. When it's foggy, you can't see. You don't know which cup, you don't know which choice. And the ladders represent making something harder than it has to be. As you can see here, there's a snake. This person is a snake, Pisces. You're not imagining things. You're not blowing things out of proportion. This was very intentional. It's like they caused the mess, they caused the chaos, and then they want to escape. Okay, this is a sleazy person. So don't let them get their way. Don't slow down and don't let them hold you back from your progress. These are tests from the universe. Yeah, you are aware of this person's effery, is what I'm getting here. This is mental games. The swords represent the mind state, and the cups represent the water, emotion. So this is playing emotional games, this is playing mental games. And their intention was to create more confusion, to be deceptive, okay, to try and delay things for you. So I don't know who this person is to you, Pisces, but just know that this was intentional. It's not just something that you forgive and forget, it's something that you keep in mind so that it doesn't repeat again. Okay, this person did go out of their way to create more trouble, but Spirit is saying, Pisces, recalibrate. Keep moving forward and prioritize. Remember where your priorities lie. This person is not a priority. Yes, they may have done something to try and stop you or slow you down, but they're not going to win, and they know it too. This person is very petty. Okay, High Priestess, your intuition already knows. You see things before they happen. When you're picking up on energy, you're picking up on the underlying currents. So no, you don't have to wait for evidence or proof. You already know. And I'm getting someone here that they know that you know, but they're still playing a fool. Okay, they're still playing all these games. Spirit is making you aware of these dynamics because these people is not about what you attract, it's about what you accept. And some people, when they see someone strong, when they see someone succeeding, when they see someone who's blessed, they try and test those blessings. They try and poke the bear. So Spirit is saying, Pisces, don't let this delay your progress. You have priorities and momentum happens by not stopping. So I don't know who this person is to you, but Spirit is saying, don't let it take you out of your balance. Prioritize. What you have coming in is much more important than what this person did. Again, take the right action steps, follow through, hold this person accountable, but you got a major blessing. Okay, so 6 of Cups. This person is either stuck in the past or they haven't matured. This may even be someone who is older than you or is supposed to be more mature, but you're actually more mature than this person. Just because you consider someone older doesn't necessarily mean that they have wisdom or that they have integrated that wisdom. And the funny thing is, for some of you, you may have been a child that knew more, and you may have wanted to trust adults, but it's almost like you knew better. You always had the right answers. You always had the right guidance. So just because someone is an adult, okay, let's say that you're a child growing up, just because someone is an adult doesn't mean that they're always going to do what is best for you or that they're even going to have the wisdom or the right advice. And some adults are jealous. They will literally go against children. Okay, so just know that, Pisces. Some of you may have experienced that growing up. People that you were meant to trust actually went against you. And that is so foreign to a child because children are taught to respect their elders and to obey and to listen. Okay, but that is actually toxic. That's toxic education. It's actually bad advice because some elders actually take advantage of that innocence. Let's say, as an example, growing up, maybe you got birthday money and you tried to buy something and an adult told you that it costs more than it actually costs just to take that money because you didn't have a sense of knowing whether it was supposed to cost this or that. And because you trusted that this person was an adult, maybe you trusted that person over your own guidance, okay? So Spirit is saying that just because someone is older doesn't mean that they're wiser. Yeah, so trust your own intuition over someone else, okay? Some of you Pisces, you may have not expected this from this person. You may have expected them to be more wise or more mature, but it turns out you are. Yeah, their intention was to slow you down. Their intention was to manipulate, and it's backfiring. You're being advised to follow through on whatever this is. Do not engage with the energy directly, because that's all they do. Play mind games and play emotional games. You don't want to be stuck in this energy. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. I just saw 1919 on the clock again. I feel like that is a sign from Spirit. That is your angel number. Angel number 1919 is a sign for light workers to get to work and shine their light to illuminate the way for others. Allow connection and communication with your angels to open you up to new and unexplored knowledge and wisdom, and positive ways to uplift and serve humanity. If you have been hearing the call to pursue a heart-based project, spiritually based practice, career, or profession, angel number 1919 may suggest that now is the most auspicious time to pursue your passion and take action. Angel number 1919 is showing you that your talents are essential and needed in this life, and wants you to go out there and lead people to happiness. So some of you Pisces may have a mission that you're being called to step into. You may have significant parts to you that will help you bring a lot of light to a lot of people. So remember that you need to always trust that you are headed in the direction that is best for you. It represents creativity, practicality, and hard work. This angel number carries with it good news as it appears in your life. It brings excellent messages from the divine realm and your guardian angels. This number powerfully resonates with your creative ability. You are a creative individual, and you should use your gifts and talents to advance in life. It would help if you also use your skills to inspire others who need inspiration. Feed your creativity daily so that you can always make the best out of your life. It also reveals that you should fuel your creativity with positive. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to surround yourself with people who are as creative as you are. Your passion will remain so long as you are true to yourself. Always believe in yourself and the things that you can achieve as an individual. Do everything in your life that keeps your soul at peace and happy. The divine realm is urging you to pursue a career that is in line with your passions. Do everything in your power to ensure that you remain optimistic in life. Only do the things that you love doing. The love you have for something will push you to want more. Number 1919 also encourages you to exercise self-reliance and independence. When you fall, pick yourself up and continue with the journey ahead of you. This is beautiful. So 1919 came up twice in this reading. So I'm going to take that as a confirmation. Your intuition already knows people's hidden motives and hidden intentions. So don't let these petty games, don't let these mind games or emotional games get in the way. Don't let them slow you down. Because as you can see here, the ladders are meant to make things harder. And all that fog, all that confusion, you can see that as gaslighting, deceiving, manipulating. Okay, this is emotional and this is mental. This is playing games. This is wanting to win at all costs, even if it's at their own detriment. This is a person who doesn't care to lose. And you, Pisces, you have a lot to lose. You have a lot of good things going for you, so don't get pulled into their orbit and don't let it slow you down, because Three of Wands, that was their intention. Okay? They can see the Ten of Pentacles in your life, and they wanted to get in the way of that. So just know that when you start, don't stop. Let this momentum carry you all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and move this reading over to the extended for the ones of you that do resonate. The links are down below. We're going to look into this chariot. What actions are you being guided to take at this time? What is Spirit's guidance and advice, and what don't you see coming? We're also going to pull messages. Blessings, Pisces. Take care.